Could this be the turning point for the Denver Broncos? With shocking news breaking just in time, the buzz around the NFL is electric. Rumors swirl about Lamar Jackson's injury as we prepare to face the Baltimore Ravens, and it feels like the perfect moment for the Broncos to make a statement in November. Hi, Broncos fans. I'm thrilled to have you here. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out and ensures you never miss a moment of excitement. First thing first, the big news today centers around Bo Nix, the player everyone laughed at. Remember when folks mocked Sean Payton for drafting him, wondering what was in his backpack? They said he was just pretending to be an NFL quarterback, claiming he wasn't ready and would end up being a bust. But Payton confidently stated that he knew how to evaluate quarterback talent better than anyone else. That was a bold claim, but guess what? He's proving everyone wrong. He's shown that bringing back Courtland Sutton was the right move, that we're young and hungry, and that playoff contention is within our reach. He's even right about moving on from Russell Wilson. Now, he's opening up the playbook for Bo Nix, and that should scare everyone. We've got the best defense in the league, and even our rivals, the Raiders, Chargers, and Chiefs, are acknowledging our defensive strength. And now we have the NFL's Rookie of the Month, Bo Nix, who's only going to keep getting better. That's why I'm so optimistic about the Denver Broncos. We haven't even begun to see the best of Bo Nix yet. What we're witnessing now is just the starting point, and it's a massive upgrade from last year's quarterback play. It's exciting to see rookies stepping up and making an immediate impact in the league. With talents like Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels shining, it's impressive that Bo Nix was named Offensive Rookie of the Month. This is historic for the Broncos. We haven't had an Offensive Rookie of the Month since Y2K. The last time was Clinton Portis, and we all remember how great he turned out to be, eventually traded for one of the best corners in the game, Champ Bailey. It's rare for a Rookie of the Month to flame out and become a bust, especially this early in their career. Sure, the critics were quick to throw stones at Bo Nix after his first few games, but let's not forget he faced a top-notch defense and a defensive coordinator with no film on him. Remember when the Jets were still in the mix and we faced off against the Chargers, who have a fierce defensive front? Bo Nix managed to navigate that challenge and scored 16 unanswered points in the fourth quarter. It's clear that he's only getting better, and that should send shivers down everyone's spine. We've got a couple of plays to show you that highlight just how much the playbook is expanding for him. His ability to move in the pocket while still making pinpoint passes is truly elite, and I don't use that word lightly. He's already clocking some of the highest speeds in the NFL, right up there with the wide receivers. This guy can fly, and he's using that speed to create opportunities for his passes. In the last two games, instead of scrambling just to run, he's been moving around to give his receivers extra time. We're starting to see those receivers catch on and break free for scramble plays, which is going to be a game changer. One of his best throws came on National Tight End Day, where he finally targeted a tight end. Our tight end room has been a bit of a letdown this season, but that day, they really stepped up. Bo Nix rolled left, and instead of running for the end zone, he made a perfect dart throw to Atkins. Now let's look at another incredible throw. It wasn't a perfectly clean pocket, and there was a defender right in his face. Early in the season, he might have tried to scramble or not set his feet, but this time, he confidently planted his feet and unleashed a beautiful throw to the back of the end zone for a stunning catch. Check this out. As he's releasing the ball, he's got a 300-pound guy barreling down on him, yet his feet are solidly planted. That's a fantastic sign of his growth. Another highlight for me was a beautiful toe tap play by Jaleel. What impressed me most was how Bo adjusted his launch angle while still putting some zip on the ball. We've seen moments this season where his passes got knocked down, but in this instance, he sidearmed the ball perfectly around the outstretched arms of the defender. It was an absolute dart, and Jaleel managed to keep it inbounds. How many times this year have we seen him make plays along the sideline, only to surprise everyone and find the end zone? It's exciting to watch this development unfold. Jaleel really impressed by straddling that sideline and extending his play. Honestly, he could have scored even if the end zone was a few yards further. Those plays are exactly what's making other NFL teams nervous. If Sean Payton is right about Bo Nix, and he better be, or he might be on the hot seat, then that's a serious concern for the competition. If Payton can pull off the moves he did to snag JJ from the Vikings and trick the Raiders out of trading up for Bo Nix, that's huge. Right now, we're still in the playoff mix while managing Russell Wilson's cap hit and dealing with the draft picks we gave up for him and for Peyton. Just think about how much cap space we'll have this offseason and how many draft picks we'll hold. The sky's the limit for this team moving forward. Now, let's talk about the news surrounding Lamar Jackson from yesterday's practice. He had a new receiver, Deontay Johnson, to work with. Harbaugh claimed it was just a rest day, but reports suggest he might actually be hurt since he missed practice again today. If we can snag a win in our next game, we'd have an 80% chance of making the playoffs. And if we face the Baltimore Ravens on the road without Lamar, that's just a stroke of luck we can't pass up. One of the biggest stories of the day is that Lamar Jackson did not practice. Reports are circulating that he's dealing with both a groin and a core injury after grabbing at that area following the Ravens' loss to the Cleveland Browns. While some think this is just speculation, the Baltimore Banner has screenshots backing up their claims. There are two potential scenarios at play here. Either Lamar is legitimately hurt or the Ravens are looking past us. Despite adding a new wide receiver who's only had a few days of padded practice to learn the system, John Harbaugh labeled it as just a rest day for Jackson, indicating they have bigger fish to fry down the road. So let's see what he had to say about Jackson's absence from practice against a playoff-caliber team. Rest day, you know he's been playing good, and we've got a lot of football ahead of us with another big game coming up, so it was warranted today. But here's the thing, if Lamar Jackson is truly healthy, then this move feels like a sign of disrespect. It implies they're already looking ahead to Thursday night's game. You can bet that when we beat the Baltimore Ravens, there will be excuses flying around saying they were just focused on their clash against the Cincinnati Bengals. The good news about Lamar Jackson not practicing can be viewed from three angles. First, this could serve as bulletin board material for our defense. This kind of mentality can fire up our players and motivate them to perform at their best. Secondly, if he's actually hurt, that's a significant advantage for us, as it could limit his effectiveness on the field. Lastly, with Jackson missing practice, he may struggle to build chemistry with his new receiver quickly, especially since the team is down to just one reliable target. This lack of practice could lead to miscommunication during critical plays, making it easier for our defense to capitalize on any mistakes. Lamar Jackson not practicing is fantastic news for the Denver Broncos. With Pat Surtain, too, likely shadowing whoever steps in for Jackson, it's hard to see that player making much of an impact. The Broncos have shown they're not a team to overlook, especially given our outstanding defense. We're leading the league in quarterback pressures by a significant margin, nearly 20 more than the next team. This dominance has been achieved even without our most talented edge rusher, Baron Browning, who's been sidelined. Plus, with rookie Drew Sanders starting to practice, we might see him contribute soon, adding even more depth to our defense. Looking at the potential fallout from this matchup, insiders suggest a 50-50th chance of the Broncos moving on from Courtland Sutton, which is something to watch closely. They turned down a third-round pick earlier this season, so anything less isn't likely to cut it. Given Sutton's hefty dead cap hit next year, it seems the Broncos might be leaning toward renegotiating his contract, something they probably would have already done if he were in their long-term plans. Rumors are swirling about potential moves, including trades for players like Travis Etienne from the Jags, or even targeting guys from Minnesota, players with good track records who are set to hit free agency. But if Sutton isn't part of our future, we'll need to start stockpiling younger players who can take on bigger roles moving forward. The ideal scenario is for him to either boost our chances at a playoff run or help us get more young talent in the offseason. Overall, we are really excited about what's in store for the Denver Broncos. This season has already been full of surprises, and there are still so many questions left to answer. Bo Nix's emergence as a potential franchise quarterback is the silver lining to what has been a challenging couple of seasons.